What is going on? Listen, I am in a campground called Penitente in south central Colorado at the end of June. Now, surprisingly, on the way to camp, I was in a hailstorm and then it rained, and now we're, pretty beautiful and sunny again. Except for, I don't know if you've ever been in the mosquitoes in Colorado. They are brutal. Anyways, so pulled in, got the Gladiator set up, got the on and out, built a little fire. I need the smoke to keep some of these mosquitoes away, if I'm honest. Normally I'd be popping the rooftop tent, but before I came out here, on Amazon, I bought myself a little something. I just couldn't pass up the price for what it is. I have a tent here. It is a cotton canvas tent from a company called Camvil. This box here says Camvil hard lever. So like I said, this is a cotton canvas tent, but it's also inflatable. And if you check out my link in the description, you'll see the price on this thing is unbeatable for canvas tents. I've been looking for quite a while. Came across this, had to pick it up. So let's take a look at what's inside, and then we're gonna set it up and we're gonna sleep in it. Let's get her unpacked here. Real nice, plenty of roomy bag. I'm imagining because when you put this away, you put a tent away, it gets bigger and bigger every time until it just doesn't fit the bag. So let's take a peek inside here. All righty. Inside, of course, is gonna be the tent. I chose to get this one in green. They do make it in all black. So you got the tent nicely wrapped up there. Plenty of instructions. And then I've got a little surprise in that bag there that we're gonna use a little later. Let's open this up here. See if there's any accessories inside. All right, so just another little buckle. This thing starts to unroll to reveal some accessories. So what you're gonna get is this little bag here is, I imagine, gonna be stakes, guy lines, things like that. Actually, run-of-the-mill stakes, but a little thicker than some. So the guy lines come with a very interesting, like, triple slide lock deal. All right, so then in this bag, like I said, this is a inflatable tent. So what they've given us is cute little pump that you're going to use to pump this up. Now, the secret, like I said, I had over here is I'm not really going to pump that up like that. I went out and got myself a little flex tail pump, and we're going to try this out on this tent. All right, so I've cleared out a little spot right here. I've got the tent out. I've got the stakes ready. 2 different pumps we're going to use, and my installation rock for the pegs. So the instructions simply say we're going to drag it out onto our surface. We're going to get it opened up. All right, so what they're saying is that we're going to inflate this before doing our guy lines. So like I said, let's get her all set out good. So once we're all laid out, up here in the front right corner is where our pump is going to go in. So let's give that a try first. And let's see, I'm going to give it some pumps just to see what kind of movement we're going to get out of this tent if you were to decide to use this pump. All right, so the accessories that come on the end of this pump are similar to, like, if you bought a stand-up paddleboard or any of these kind of like inflators or whatever. They come with a whole key ring of little accessories that go in there. And then this piece screws off, and then this has got a double-sided valve inside of it. And we're just going to stuff that right in there. Friction fits. Oh, the mosquitoes. Brutality. And then there's 2 sides of this pump, inflate and deflate. You got to make sure you're in the right hole here. All right, so what I'm going to be using is this little flex tail 5.0 kps little mini pump. And this is going to save us a lot of trouble. This little unit has a light on it if you had to do this in the dark, and then it's just got the little pump button on it. So that's going to fit in there with one of the attachments. It comes with a little bag attachments too to hook up to various items. Once it's in there, we're just gonna let it do its thing. All right, so after about 3 minutes, here's what we learned. 5 kPu, this is gonna blow up pool floaties and things like that. It's not gonna blow this up. It blew up just a little bit, enough to kind of give it a little framework, but it would not go all the way. I assure you, I'm finding a pump that'll do it, because this part right here is probably gonna suck. But we're gonna go manually. Like I said, make sure you're on the out stroke. Right. Let's see where we're at. We're getting a little stiff on it. That was only about, oh, those legs want to kick out. There we go. There we go. Ha ha. All right, let's get a few more pounds in it. And you know, honestly, I really only pumped this for about a minute, so it's really not that bad. All right, I'm gonna stop for a minute. I'm gonna get my stakes and my installation rock, and I'm gonna stake these corners down real fast. All right, the corners on this have really great little D-rings, not just the nylon loop they've got there. So let's pull this corner tight. Probably throw 4 or 5 more pumps on it now. There we go. A little out of breath. With this pump situation, like I said, I think I'm off my stand-up paddleboard. I'll probably end up bringing for the trip on it. But, so I'm gonna bring the camera inside. We'll go take a peek at it after I tie off this valve situation here. It's just gonna be a matter of pulling the little pin you've been using. Then there's a little screw top. Screw top's gonna go right over it. I did notice also that in the side here, right inside of here, is another valve, probably a quick release valve, so that you can get this thing taken down a lot quicker. All right, before we go inside, let's talk about some of the stuff on the outside. So I showed you the big flap that's going to keep this, it's got a zipper on it, so that's going to keep it completely shut. But it is ringed on the corners so that you could set up some stakes if you wanted to, set these out. Imagine that's what the guy lines are for. You could use the guy lines on the regular tent, I guess. Doesn't seem too shaky, so I'm not gonna. But then also, it's got a deal where, just like most tents, you can just roll it up. And then it's just got a couple of little buckles. And then you're probably looking at the same here with the bug mesh, another set of buckles. All right, hey, once you're inside, so what we got here is in the roof, little sunroof, zip shut, just plastic up inside of here, so it's going to be a clear for you. Currently, she is nice and sunny, so we are going to keep that closed. But you can see the construction on the inside is all the plastic tubing, and then it is zipped in to the tent. If you wanted to take this tent piece off, wash it. If you had to do any repairs, this unit does come with a patch kit, so you can repair any of the plastic tubing. Got a little pocket to save your stuff in on each side, 2 of those. There is another window in the back. So something odd about that window is it's really only accessible from the outside. So you're going to have to roll it up, tether it high, and then there's a mesh screen in the window. But it seems to be like that one is only accessible from the outside. And it's kind of a weird thing where the side windows are the same way. So, you know, maybe that's my one sticking point on this right now is if I want to open and close these side windows, I'm going to have to get out and go outside the tent. All right, so as far as the windows being flapped on the outside, so what it looks like they were going for is, once you have this open, now, like I said, you can buckle up, same fashion as those other ones, but what they've done is they've put eyelets on it, and I imagine what they're thinking is maybe you can guy these down, and you could have a rain flap, so that you can still have your windows open in the weather. All right, but so as far as roominess goes, I am 5'10", and so I'm not going to be able to make it this direction, but you could get a kid to sleep front to back if you wanted to. But plenty of room. If I put my feet at this end, I can't reach the other side. Let's get another look at roominess in here. You know, I mean, I can reach the edges. So you're looking at 7 feet long for this one. 4 feet wide and 4 feet tall. All right, so what they say is that this is using a thread count cotton instead of like the Oxford cotton you would find in like a normal canvasy tent. And they're telling me that's going to cut down on condensation. Supposed to be a little bit better for retaining heat, things along that line. All right, so they say this tent is about 13 pounds. Yeah, it was in that little duffel. It was real easy to handle. A little perspective on kind of size. She's short, a little two-manner. All right, so I bought this for myself from Amazon. If you are considering taking a look at this, please use my link in the description directly to this product, or check out my Amazon store. There's a lot of great things from videos I've done in the past couple of years that you may be interested in. Check out the rest of my channel. We got a lot of great products come out. I got some stuff that's coming soon we're going to review. You know, it's a little bit of mix. Sometimes somebody sends me some stuff. Sometimes I buy some stuff myself. So I appreciate y'all. Check out this video in this right here. Check that one out. Y'all take it easy.